My next guest takes on Antonio Carlos Jr. at UFC 207 coming up here on December 30th. Marvin Vettori joins me here on the program for the very first time. Marvin, how's it going?
Going very good, man. The camp has been going very good, and almost there. So 2 weeks ago.
I was going to say, yeah, it's coming up pretty quickly, and very excited about this fight. But I want to go back to the beginning with you. Obviously, people didn't catch the accent or your name there. You're from Italy. You were born there. How did you get involved in combat sports?
So just watching videos like 6 years ago. I always liked contact sports. And then back in the days, I remember like I was watching videos of the old legend in Pride, and I just got I fell in love with it, you know, and I just kept training all over the places because in Italy it's not easy, and I was going like 5-6 different gyms every day, not every day, but like during the week I was going 5-6 different gyms, training boxing, kickboxing, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and then Greco-Roman and stuff like that, and then after a while I managed to move to London and train there for 2 years, and that's basically the story.
Yeah, and how did you end up in California training at Kings MMA?
So 2 years ago, for the BJJ World No Gi, I was a papa belt at the time. I came here for a week to. And I did the last week. I did a camp at Cabrinha, and there I met Babalu.
Oh,
and then I talked to him, and he told me like if you want to do MMA, Kings MMA is the right place to be. And then so that's what happens basically. After I went back, I had 3 fights in Italy and trained there for those 3 fights. But then felt like that if I wanted to step up, I needed to train somewhere else with the best. And so I managed to save some money and come over and stayed for 3 months and train at Kings. And then since then, I just keep coming back for the last 4 fights. I've been preparing here with Kings. So that's the story, basically.
Yeah, and it certainly worked out well for you. I mean, one of the best camps in the world, Kings MMA there. It must have been a bit of a transition, you know, culture-wise, going from Italy to the United States. What are some of the biggest differences you've noticed?
I mean, like here in California, to be honest, it's the people are different, but character-wise, they're not too different from Italians. So like people are very good if they can help you, they help you. And in the gym, the environment is awesome. A lot of Brazilians, and I always get to fight Brazilians, but that's a different story. Like, I really get well with Brazilians, so I don't mind actually. Like, they're really, really good people, and it hasn't been it hasn't been a problem at all for me. So
okay, good stuff. You mentioned you had to save up money to get to the United States. Are you currently working on the side right now, or have you saved up enough that you've just been able to live off that?
No, now it's getting better. Like. Even if people complain about the UFC and stuff, but like it's still a lot better than other places, than other organizations anyway. So right now I can just train, and that's very good. Especially like actually I have the visa to work over here just from a last fight. So before I couldn't even do it, even if I wanted to. So, but before I did, like when I was in London, I was working too for sure. And the first couple of fights that I had here, I was for sure like investing all my money that I was getting in the camp basically, because it's expensive, like the flight, the staying here, and of course like eating and stuff. But
it's not cheap in California, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But it paid off for you, man. Like you said, you know, you've invested all this money in, and now you're training at one of the best camps in the world, and it certainly worked out for you. You got the UFC contract. You made your debut back at UFC 202, and you get the first round submission. Just an amazing victory to make your UFC debut on. Like, how satisfying was that? You know, knowing that all the hard work had paid off, and you got an impressive win there.
I was. Like you said, it's like all the hard work paid off, and we've been working that for the whole camp, and it suddenly worked out. And so no, very good. Like I was happy that to back up my team, to back up all the work, and to make me and everybody around me happy. So For sure, man. Yeah, that's just the beginning. So looking forward to the next one.
How did you celebrate after your victory at UFC 202?
We stayed in Vegas for a couple of days. Then I went back and just spent time with my family, my girlfriend, with my friends, and right back into training like 2 days, 3, 4 days after. So, like, I mean, it's good to celebrate, but it's good to know that it's just the beginning and there's no time to rest. Like for sure, I can't be in camp like every day of the year, but I like to improve. I like to study to get better every time. So soon after the fight, I just like a week after I was training again. So
Yeah, and you know they gave you a bit of a good turnaround here as far as your last fight and this fight. That card was headlined. The 202 card was headlined by Conor McGregor. This card's headlined by Ronda Rousey. How excited were you when they told you you'd be fighting on this card?
It's amazing, man. I'm very happy to be in these big cards because it's a lot of eyes on it, and most time I'm on Fight Pass, but I mean it's still good, and I'm still very happy to be in these big cards. And yeah, the last time was like, oh, first time in Vegas, I'm gonna be fighting in Vegas and all this stuff, and now again, so not perfect. Like, I mean, it's very, very exciting, man.
Let's talk about the fight. You're taking on Antonio Carlos Jr. How do you see yourself matching up against him?
I see myself matching up very well with him because it's like he's a grappler and his wrist is like very average, and yeah, man, I don't see him taking me down, and even in the ground, even before they kept doubting my ground game, but they ended up submitted. So I mean, I don't really have any issue to go with him in the ground either. Like and like I said, I'll keep my fight standing, but just in case he goes down, I'll be dropping some bombs from the ground. So I don't mind. I see myself finishing him in a first round knockout or second round, like just stopping him.
Nice.
But yeah, man, for sure.
I was going to say, I love the confidence. I can feel it here in this interview. You seem pretty high right now. This is great.
Oh yeah, no, it makes me happy when I think about it. It makes me excited. It makes me like whenever I think about a fight, I get a smile on my face.
I can see it.
I've been walking into the gym every day now. I've been preparing basically for the last 2 months. We were doing almost every day, and that's like that's more like that makes me feel more nervous walking into the gym than actually walking into the fight. So for sure, I know the fight is different, but I mean, I got a very nice training camp, and I'm ready for everything, to be honest. And Fabricio was the best sparring partner I could ask for because as his jiu-jitsu is crazy, and he's tall and he can strike better than this guy. So no, I'm very confident, man.
Yeah, and of course Fabricio is also on this card. He's going to be fighting Cain Velasquez. Who are some of your other training partners at Kings MMA that are helping you get ready for this fight?
I train a lot. Like I train a lot with Fabricio, and then I trained with Benil Dariush.
Oh, Dariush, yeah, nice.
Yeah,
he just had a fight announced. He's fighting Edson Barbosa. It's going to be a great fight.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I train with Calvin. I trained with Machida a couple of times, and yeah, and then I trained with at Gracie Barra Irvine with Felipe Furao. He has 3-4 guys always coming there helping me out, and yeah, no, it's been awesome, man.
What's the gym been like this last week with Calvin Gastelum coming off that huge win over Tim Kennedy at UFC 206?
Oh, it was crazy, man. Calvin is just it's special, man. It's just like he back it up every time. Like when he goes to fight, he really goes to fight. Like it's no joke. Like and no, when he came back, we were all like cheering him and telling him like he made an awesome job, and yeah, he's already back to train. So
good for him. Yeah, it was a great win against a seasoned guy in Tim Kennedy. This fight's on December 30th. Christmas time is on December 25th. Is it tough at all trying to cut weight during the holiday season? With everything going on with the holiday season.
I mean, like I did it before, and it's a little bit tough, but I get to enjoy after my fight, and yeah, so it's just like I'm shifting a little bit the holidays, but it's okay.
Yeah, and what are your plans? Are you going to go back to Italy for after this fight, or are you going to stay in the U.S.? What's sort of the game plan for your holiday season?
No, after this fight, I'm gonna go back to Italy and stay there for a while, and then see when my next fight is gonna be. And if it's gonna be too long for my next fight, then I'll be coming back in like maybe months and a half, something like that. Just to do like I could do like long camps over here, so I mean like I get to get better and then to prepare for the fight. And in a way, when I stay in Italy, I guess sometimes to focus on some other things. Like I've been training down in Rome with the Nakoretas brother. They're very two good jiu-jitsu guys, and they helping me a lot too. And then they stay around me and they show me good stuff. And then I've been training with the Petrosian brothers.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, man, no, those guys are crazy in K1. They're masters of that. And so I mean, like, I get to not the same intensity, but I get to see another point of view of like
training and everything. Yeah.
Training, yeah, and then I get here obviously to prepare. So
yeah, it's good. You're getting different looks, like you're saying. You know, you're getting different ways of training, which I think is awesome. I mean, you need that as a martial artist if you want to evolve, right? So.
Yeah, actually, I found out about. I just went to the Petrosian brothers for the first time, like 3 months ago, just before coming here, and man, it changed my whole game. And just like four or five times I went down there, and it's crazy, man. And I'm looking forward to go back. So.
Great. Now, if you get the win here, are you going to go on the mic and ask the UFC to go to Italy? They haven't done a show there yet, and even Bellator had a show there earlier this year.
That's like I said. That's my first goal, and yeah, for sure. I will be asking again, and maybe not after this fight, but for sure after the next, or after the next, even after. Like, I mean, I'll be keep winning, so
they'll have to. Yeah, they'll have to if you keep winning these fights this way.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Awesome, man.
All right, last question for you here. We've talked all about you and training and everything. What do you like doing outside the cage in your downtime when you're not training and competing?
To be honest, man, I always struggle to answer to this question because I don't really have a lot of time to do much, other things outside the training. Like when I'm here now, I'm training twice a day, every day, and I don't really have much time to spend in other things. And when I'm back home, maybe I do have some other times, but it's hard because I always have to travel a lot, and I actually stay at my house like kind of rarely. Like I don't stay for a long time. So even when I travel and I go in other places, I mean like I do stay most of the time in the gym. But for sure, like when I have time, I spend it with my friends, with my girlfriend, and she's coming over too on Sunday, and that would be excited about that. And yeah, man, and that's it.
Yeah, fair enough. No, you're definitely a busy guy. Well, let me ask you this then. Because you travel so much, are you a guy like on the plane? Do you like reading a book? Do you like listening to music? What do you like doing when you're on the plane?
Yeah. I like to listen to music for sure, and sometimes to read a book. Yeah.
What type of music are you listening to right now?
To be honest, I grew up like when I was 14, 15 to listening a lot of rock music, all the rock music, like until like metal too and stuff like that. But then now, after I got a car and I've been driving a lot, and I've been more like I'm tolerant to other music too. So now I like rap music, rock music, and some Italian music too. And I like. Oh, like to be honest, I don't really have just one kind of music that I just.
Yeah, you like a bit of everything, right? Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Awesome, man. Well, we're certainly looking forward to this fight, UFC 207, December 30th. I can't wait for this whole card, especially your fight. It's going to be awesome. Marvin, can't thank you enough for joining me here on the program. Where can people find you on social media? And if you got any thank yous or shout outs, any sponsors, anything like that, the floor is yours, man.
Yeah, so they can find me. It's very easy. They can find me on Facebook, Marvin Vettori. They can find me on Instagram, Marvin Vettori, and then can find me on Twitter, Marvin Vettori. And I want to thank my sponsor, Boxer Deru, Yamamoto, and Tip Show. And yeah, that's it, man.